In the wee hours of the morning on September 1st, 1940, the German invasion fleet launches its surprise attack against the British. They have been expecting this for quite some time, but are not prepared for such a large Axis force, and were expecting it later in the month. Hence, the only forces near the beach are a single Polish company on training, a lone French Somois S-35, and meager defenses of a 25-pounder, a 2-pounder, and a bunker, the machine gun. Can they hold, or will the Germans break out? Starting with this Operation Sealion force, we have the German force, which consists of an assault company, which will be in the boats. This consists of 3 engineer platoons and 1 infantry platoon, plus 1 flamethrower. Also, we have Schwimmpanzer 1 and a Schwimmpanzer 4, plus a Tauchpanzer 3 assaulting the beaches in Wave 1. Wave 2, as I already showed, will consist of the Stug 3, the Panzer 38T, the Panzer Grenadier Company, the Italian Liaison, and parts of the Heavy Weapons Company. The remainder of the Heavy Weapons Company, plus the anti-aircraft units, will arrive in the 3rd wave. On the British side, we have the Polish medium machine gun in the bunker, the Polish medium mortar in the trench system, and this Polish platoon moving up the flank here to defend them. Next, we have the reserve platoon, which is mounted in the trench systems. Panning over here, we have our 2nd infantry platoon that's in forward deployed position over there, in addition to the 2-pounder, which is right there. We also have our Polish infantry commander here, and our anti-tank rifle team. French Somois, 25-pounder, brand carrier. That's the British deployments. The British battle group consists of the tank company, which is 2 A-13 Mark II cruisers and a Matilda, the heavy recon company, which is 2 Vickers VICs and a Humber and a Beaverette, the heavy weapons company, which is 3 medium mortars, 2 medium machine guns, and 1 Northover projector section, an airborne company, which consists of a light mortar, which is right here, AT rifle, 3 platoons, and their command section. They also have an engineer section mounted in the brand carrier. This is a good time to mention battalion battle group commanders will not be appearing on the table. So the way that landing craft are going to work is that they automatically activate each round and they get priority. They do not have any guns, so they will not be firing. However, they roll their dice still to see what happens, and on a 1, 2, 3, they move. On a 4, 5, 6, they act. If they roll an act, then they just simply have to let down the gate. So here, roll a 2, so we got to move first, move on to the beach. Over here, this landing craft rolled a 5, so he had to act, and he's going to just let down his gate, and all the troops are going to have to wade through water, so that's part of the realistic element we're adding. Alright, end of round 1, and the Germans have started to gain a foothold. All but one of their squads was able to get out of the boats. All the tanks are up on the shore. So, if they can gain a foothold over the river this round, they should be in good hands. The engineer squad down here got shot at, no casualties. The Panzer III returned fire at the bunker, no casualties. So, the Poles moved up a lot of units, and it appears like the Somois, way over here in the far corner, is going to be able to start dealing some serious damage to the Panzers. Let's see what happens. So, turn of events, the 2-pounder fired into the Panzer IV-C across the intercoastal waterway, hit it, but the round just bounced off the front. Still, they've ranged in, so we'll see what happens next. Alright, so the forward naval observer just used an incredible stroke of luck and his powers to call in light cruiser Colm's main guns onto the squad over here, which was observed by the flamethrower, communicated to the captain, who then communicated it to the forward naval observer, who then proceeded to open up with Colm's light guns of 150mm guns and kill 6 of their men. So now they're taking 69 continuous momentum tests. End of the third round, and we've seen the Panzer II move up, the Panzer III move up, Panzer IV failed its morale test. We saw the Somewhat attempt to shoot at the Panzer IV, but deal no damage. Bunker took hits, 25-pounder moved on the double. The obstacle is almost cleared, and the third wave is incoming. Infantry moved up. Should be a good third round. So after taking 104 continuous momentum tests, infantry unit has 15 fails. So it is gone. It's within 12 inches of this Panzer II, which just drove up and absolutely annihilated it. They're gone. The situation is much improved for the Germans by the end of the third round. Panzer III and Panzer II are pressing up with engineer support. The commanding officer is still making his way along the beach. The flamethrower is holding its position. And the other half of the company, which has been successfully detached and placed under an NCO's command, is moving up the right flank to clear the minefield and outflank. In the meantime, the third wave is coming in addition to British reinforcements. The fourth round should see a lot of heated combat. So remember how I said round 4 promised to be a big round? It was not. No one could seem to pass their officer reaction tests. And when they did pass their officer reaction tests, they almost always rolled move orders when they needed to fire, or fire orders when they needed to move. And basically everybody was acting all over the place. So the Somewhat backed out. It was assaulted, damaged, backed out. These Vickers and the Beaverette moved onto the table, but the Humber did not. Half the British tank company failed to move onto the table, which was devastating. The one tank that did manage to make it onto the table, the A-13, did nothing, just moved on. Panzer II fired into the medium mortar, killing 1. Stug moved up after disembarking. Panzer III repositioned. Light mortar for the Panzer Grenadier Company moved up. Carro Veloce moved up, and then the other tanks moved up. So that's the end of the first session, and both commanders passed their status tests, so they are still on green status. We'll see what happens in the next session.